Hi guys, welcome back to Samatsu on Bass, and this is probably the most important video I will ever make or will ever have made, because it concerns your most important asset as a musician, and that is your hearing. Now, as musicians, we're exposed to very high sound pressure levels for extended periods of time, and you can look up different audiologists' charts and stuff like that tell you and explain the different decibel levels and how they affect your hearing over what time period. What you find with a lot of musicians is that after a gig, when it's quiet, particularly when you get home, you'll have some sort of ringing in your ears. If you're having a conversation with somebody after the gig, you might be finding it hard to understand what they're saying or to hear them. These are all signs that your ears have been under a lot of pressure and stress. And they can get to the point where they can get damaged. Your hearing will get damaged, and there's nothing you can do to reinstate or repair your hearing. So it's one of the most critical things to protect it right from the beginning. In fact, if you haven't been doing this, you start doing it right now. And what I use, if I'm not using in-ear monitors where I can control the sound pressure level myself, I will use these Planet Waves earplugs, and I'm not particularly sort of saying this is the brand to get. You can get any brand that works. These just happen to be the ones that I have, and I know that they work. So they come in this little pouch which you squeeze and it opens, so you can leave that in your gig bag. And they look like a little swimmer's earplug, sort of a triple flange, and they've got this little tab that you can grab it from. And in here they have a little sort of audio filter, and I think they cut something like 12 decibels of sound. Now, I can tell you that when I put these in, if I'm playing on a loud stage, this cuts the volume back quite drastically, but I can still hear everything perfectly, and I can still hear the frequency range in the same balance as I do without them. It's simply just more comfortable. And you just simply push them into your ear. They're a sort of silicone rubber. They will cut out a lot of the outside sound. The effect that they have on your hearing while you're playing is they actually sort of tend to cut out a lot of the ambient noise in the room, and you can actually hear the music much clearer at a reduced level. And it's the reduced level that you want to protect your hearing. They're made of sort of a silicone rubber. You can wash them and dry them and put them back and use them next time. So this is really, really important, because as a musician, as somebody that does recording and does mixing, the most important asset that we possess is our hearing. And you don't want to end up with that ringing in the ears permanently, which I think is called tinnitus. So it's when one of the hairs in the hearing breaks, and it just continuously vibrates, and you hear this tone, which can become very, very annoying, obviously. You can lose the high end of your hearing, you can lose the intelligibility. We don't want any of this happening to you. So for like $40 or $50, getting a pair of these is very, very cheap insurance indeed. And that way you can keep your hearing and keep playing and enjoying the music. So I'll do another short video regarding in-ear monitors and how I use them. But for the moment, if you're playing on those stages, if you're playing next to a loud guitar amplifier, a loud bass amplifier, a acoustic drum kit, you'll know what I'm talking about when the drummer cracks the snare, and for that moment it hurts your ear. That just means it's too loud, and your ear tries to respond by tightening up and becoming less sensitive, which is why you find it difficult to hear and have a conversation after the gig. You don't want it to get to the point where it damages your hearing. So go out there, get those earplugs, do what I do, put them in about half an hour before, you get totally used to them, and then get up there and keep playing, keep making music, keep enjoying yourselves, and keep your hearing. Look after yourselves until next time. Thanks for watching.